Hi there, Renee Asta of Lowell, Massachusetts. Not just A or B for women. Now, this is an article that came out from Vatican News on the heels of International Women's Day. And it's saying that women have a right to balance work and family. And it shouldn't just be A or B for us. And some of us are going to exit the workforce for a period of time, maybe for a longer time than we expected. And we should be able to balance that and be able to re-enter the workforce. I understand there are socioeconomic situations right now within the United States that there are just limited opportunities for everybody. And because I'm trying to find the good, you're trying to find, the positivity in this right at this moment, and to see that, the Vatican is clearly stating there is the ability, we should have the ability to balance work, family, and spiritual life. And that as we shouldn't be afraid what will happen after we have a child. And that is so seeing what, well, so last time I was pregnant was in 2007. And the economy was much different then. It was before the problematic situations of 2008. And at that time, I said, I will be able to re-enter the workforce. I did so with a work from home job. My youngest had an educational disability that wasn't being met. And it took a lot of effort and time on my part to fight for his educational rights and to make sure that he's now a graduating senior at this point, and he's entering Bridgewater State in the honors program. So, sometimes that work-life balance, things happen in your life. My father-in-law had Alzheimer's for over a decade, and that shifted things a lot where I had to be at that moment. And to see that, we need reference points because sometimes we think we need to choose A or B. And we need of course, we all need and want a strong economy, whether or not you have children or not, right? And, I've seen I have been a stay-at-home mom, and I've been seeing the misuse of stay-at-home motherhood as being some sort of like weird fetish. Like, I never saw myself as a traditional housewife. I just happened to stay at home with my kids, and I did so much for my community and used my skills and talents, volunteering at the school or with my St. Michael's project, volunteering in foster care, after what I saw with the sex abuse scandal within the Catholic Church, caring about the most vulnerable and the most marginalized individuals. And it's like, as much as we're celebrating the achievement of women, we should also remember the women whose voices have been silenced by their abusive environment. And I've been seeing, I left Twitter close to 3 years now. What I was seeing was my Catholic faith being co-opted for far-right fascism, guys. The selling of traditional housewives. And really, these women were just like paid right-wing propagandists. Most recently, there was this big scandal. I don't know who she was. I only heard it after the fact, the scandal. This woman basically on selling this like to red pill men, this traditionalism of women, turning women who happen to have children, who happen to stay at home, into NPCs. And women who were made that decision, as I did, some very long time ago, um, my husband never sees me as an NPC. I'm a whole person, and I would love to do prospect research for your nonprofit, but I'm going to just, on the heels of International Women's Day, I think it's nice to see this from the Catholic Church, seeing women with a work, family, and spiritual balance. And yes, I love you all.